like that? Was it good? I clean anything up. Okay. I know you like to be down here jumping around and chasing and doing your business. Very good job. Very good job. Yeah. Stop tearing up. You're tearing up all the work. Man, hey, man. You gotta cut that out while I start putting that spray down. Even I don't like to spray. On behaviors. No, they mess with me because I'm hitting the nerve. See, because everybody else is just doing the regular little thing. Even if it's truthful. It's the way I come across. It bothers me. That's good. I ain't even really coming across. You got it? You got it? Wait till I really come across. And I'm shitting in their pants. Wait till they realize, oh, and then they're going to be like, oh, they'll be bringing niggas to my door. Is this him? I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Actually, I've been waiting for it. They want to talk about revealing some shit. Oh. They all scared and shit. So I'm with a physical. Yeah, I'm from right here. I ain't go outside yet. Fucking cuz. You up there smoking my weed, nigga? You smoking my weed, nigga? Don't be upstairs smoking my weed, nigga. That's my nighttime. Make pain go away. Don't be messing with my weed, nigga. Oh shit, I gotta turn it off. It's gonna burn them out. I forgot. You wanted to see? You keep wanting to see? Get scared now. They're scared as well. Why? It's not funny. All of a sudden, everybody's scared. I don't get it. No, original James, what's going on? What's going on, beloveds? Just folding up some laundry and shooting the shit with Al. How many of y'all have a pet? That's what y'all call it, right? And how many of y'all have practice actually using the cerebellum? I'm not gonna get into all the dynamics of the names of the brain, but practice when you meditate and stuff like that to communicate with your animal with body signs, emotions, and then really check your feelings. Like, you know, when some of you like walk into the dark and somebody goes boo, and you get that like, what you call it, or before something, or you see something that really gets you to a memory, you feel that tingling, and you think it's fear. It's actually fight or flight. It's adrenaline. adrenaline. And you just don't know how to focus. How many of you work on taking that, calming it, the moment you feel it so it doesn't happen, and then converse with your pet, your four-legged, two-legged bird, whatever, eyes, until the sound becomes something in your head. So sometimes I'll look at Alexander and I want him to relax and lay down. And so I'll do little hand signals, right? And then I'll make full eye-to-eye contact, and he'll lay down and put his head down. But he'll be watching me, my every movement. Then there are times when I'm looking at him and I say, look away, and he goes, huh. He goes, huh? And it's like he gets scared. I'm serious. There are times when he takes off running, and then he comes back and he'll look and like he's hiding to peek and see, and I'll make that quick because I practice it all the time. Eye contact. That means eye to eye. And I won't see him for the next hour and a half. He'll be right there, scared. Now, I'm not talking about the scared what you think. Almost like he knows there's nothing wrong, but it's protective. And he'll stay at the door as if he's in guard. I can't explain all of it, but anyway, can't give out too much information, right? But anyway, I've got it locked. And even when I go to bed, right, I'll be like, I used to be like up. I'll lay there, and I'll lay on my left side. This is when I practiced it. And I'll whisper in my head, Alexander, come here. And he'll jump right up on the bed, find his spot, sniff, 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 do a little palm cleaning, and it's every time. I just thought I'd share that. I know they're watching too, so, oh, they will be. What could you fucking do? Every time. Just waiting for a few more people to come in because it's funny. I set this thing up for like a half an hour, and it's like, anybody coming? I guess they feel that deranged in their mentality. Oh, we want to keep them not seeing who needs notification. Like I can go live. Like, stop being retarded, you know? Go live. I hate saying that. Go live. You know what it means, right? A euphemism of meaning that I'm actually so-called doing it. I hate that it's not going live. I'm going to be speaking as is, using the device on this channel, so that way you can see me in real time. That is the proper enunciation. But you know how they want to control the narrative. You can give it about another 5 minutes if you don't mind. I actually have the thing. Somebody helped me out. I downloaded it where I can put it on a live. It'll count down while I'm waiting, like upcoming. And the moment I start, I don't know if it's doing that. Somebody said at one time it was. I don't know if it was. Somebody said it did a 10, 9, 8, or 1, 2, 3, whatever the frick, and or a minute or something like that. So I don't know if it's doing that. And if it is, cool. So, but I have also downloaded a thing where I can do that. Supposedly I can do videos in picture even on my Android phone. Some new service, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not real gimmicky, so maybe I might do it one day, maybe not. Well, I put the window down, see. Boy, if you don't leave them damn lizards alone. I had to turn the AC on. It got up damn near 90 degrees up in here. I mean, I'm cool, but he's cool too, but he's used to being pretty cool in here, relaxed. It got up to 90 degrees in here. So right now, I turned it on about 40 minutes ago. Right now it's at 84 degrees, 85. It got pretty hot, yeah, just like this. I'm not sweated and all that, you know. Is that UPS? Is that what you mean? Is that what it is, Papa? It might be next door though, because sometimes if it's big, they get a lot of big stuff. Big stuff. Anyway. Oh. No, it's not. No, it's not. FedEx. I see you. Yeah, that's FedEx one there. Oh, okay, good. That thing's pretty big. Anyway, that's FedEx. So we're going to start off with 100 years of lynching. This is pretty too. These two are, one's short and one's a little bit, you know, and they're pretty good. I mean, there's nothing good about what happened, but it's going to point out some other things to you because Curimio had a pretty good live reading, or it was a live reading. It was pretty good, and I like the fact, you know, like when he was pointing out Michael Jackson's family. Like y'all know, I've told y'all, it's a fact. Otherwise, my family would be on here saying something. He used to come out and visit the family. Him and a few others. Like I said, Nighttime, who was Sixika, dark, looked like one of them. I don't know. I think they used him as one to carve some of those tobacco. What you call it, in front of the tobacco stores. When I was growing up, we used to have everywhere. And you know what's funny is all the pale skins that our age, you don't see them arguing with us. You see young people arguing. They're too ignorant because all those statues were removed by West Indies Dutch companies and all that. They're too stupid to know this. You know what I'm saying? But Nighttime, he's like 6 foot something. He looked like Chuck Berry's twin, kind of, with that wavy, dark, thick, wavy hair. I mean dark, like damn near like that. Like, but you look at him and don't look with that narrow something, the jawline, something, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I like how he was talking about the Huguenots. That's something I studied when I was over in France. And they were Negroes. And I keep telling people, two distinct people doesn't mean crayon colors. There's many different shades. It means two distinct people by way of features and acts and actions. And there's readings on it. We'll get into some of those somewhere down the road, but they're there. Many of our people look like Mongols, but they're not. Like I said, we're their daddies, regardless of how you want to look at it. But there's also some other things that happened hundreds of thousands of years ago, or even somewhere recent in between, in twixt that time. Like I keep telling people, we've been here for a very, 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 I'm dragging like the hare and the tortoise at the end of the race. Well, the hare was still kind of fast. Long fucking time, people. Long time. And it was well put together. And it alludes to the fact of what history has done with these fake ass, and I'm never gonna bite my tongue on this motherfucker. These Ashkenazi fake ass Jew bastards. All right? It's not hate. It's just what the fuck they are. You want to talk about the Bible and people read it and don't even know what they're reading? There were those who call themselves Jews who are nothing but the synagogue of Satan. It's like throwing it in people's face. They're not even that. There's something else. But regardless of that, at least the predecessors. Okay? People don't want to believe giants existed. I'm like, are y'all retarded? Man, please, we had our own version. The enemy had theirs. And this is facts. No, that I will say 1,000% facts. Right now they have everybody the way they want them. And they're doing everybody the same. It's like, when are these cats gonna wake up and stop being so damn stupid? And join the real Fusilier, because I'm tired of being nice. You know, people at war and y'all worried about them watching what you say on here and the fact that because but they ain't all together. Like I said, people over here that's ready to pop off. I'm dead ass serious. They're looking at everybody moving around funky. And there's people who probably shouldn't be saying something, talking about certain things around the border. Like I said, they get just bomb places, fly drones in that have C4 in them and be hitting everything and blowing shit up. Y'all need to know, man, y'all ain't prepping for nothing. No prepping whatsoever. You ain't in your garages. You ain't putting your phone away. You're not hiding nothing. You're not working on something. You're not nothing. Now when you Google shit and you look things up, they'll know that, oh, look, this motherfucker's trying to learn how to make his own black powder, breaking down the charcoal, which you don't activate, taking the urine and cooking it down, cat, pigeon, or whatever, chicken or whatever, making sulfur. And where did he get you see what I'm saying, and mixing it? I can't say everything. It's not my fault if you don't know how to. But this is what I'm talking about, you know? So when you're trying to figure it out, well, it's too late, idiot. You was too comfortable in your lie, and now look at you. Good. Got some good news. My brother Rondo is in the 100 Brother Club. That means 100% service connected. You know what? One of the hardest things for a veteran to do is walk around and show that they're not injured, that they're not hurt. You know, traumatic head injuries, TMIs, or anything. One of the hardest things to do is to walk around the people who don't see the injuries
and carry themselves as if they don't hurt. I mean, anytime I'm doing stuff, man, I don't cry or complain. I roll with it. Got to push past the pain, because the VA ain't about helping you. They're obviously about wanting to kill you. And the people who they extrapolate to do the things they're doing, obviously they work for the underground, or they're just that ignorant. It's amazing. But we want to send billions of dollars to kill. Not even based on real democracy or anything, because democracy, I told you what is the socialism. People right now, there are things happening in the world and it has nothing to do with politics. It's mind-boggling. Because everybody's so caught up. I'm still seeing people posting shit. Well, I took the notifications off. Trump, and it's speaking heavy. He may be something to be protected for a different part of the game. I don't know. I'm not in his circle. I don't look for that storyline. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, everybody's still caught up into it. That tells you the mentality of the people who are caught up into this shit. I'm not caught up in that. Never have and never will be. I always said, you either vote for your fast, the quick death, or slow down. Motherfuckers jumped on that goddamn bandwagon Lear train that be like, tie your own fucking noose, man, and hang yourself. Like, stop wasting people's time. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying do that. I don't advocate, look, they call it suicide. What I'm saying is, what you want to just go out and hang yourself? And that's exactly what they did. Now they all running around looking, and the majority of them are quiet. How many brothers, other than the ones, the idiots in college, how many brothers and sisters you hear who was talking all that, I'm voting for Hillary and I'm voting for Trump. Now with all this knowledge spewing around, how many of y'all hear them talking? Any of them really saying anything? And if the one or two that are, those are the people that who were mothered and fathered by Reaganomics when they let all them people out the cuckoo ward. Except for the insane ones who were locked up. I'm looking right now. I'll be like, and I actually go to people's pages who was talking real big, you know, and I'm like, they ain't saying nothing. Actually, they didn't start changing their song. No, fool. You made your bed. You got your pee-pee and poo-poo stains in it. You still got your dirty drawers on and your old messed up holy t-shirt. Nothing wrong with a holy t-shirt, but dirty. And you just climb your butt in the bed, go to sleep, just rival in your little funk. And but seriously. What was that, JB? Oh, okay. Oh, you were checking. People got to stop sleeping on giants. They're still up here. Yeah, they up here. $6. What's going on, beloved? Hey, Tiana, what's going on, beloved? We got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, it's like, how do you make sense of it, right? I'm always looking at people, even family. They ain't saying nothing. And some of my family think they're real. That's pretty smart. But they think they're overly intelligent. They feel like if they don't say nothing, they can't be contradicted one way or the other. They can't be contradicted or held for the hypocrisy one way or the other. Ain't nobody falling for that nonsense. When you know how people are moving, where they work, what they do, the conversations they communicate, how they relay a message and this, that, and other, you can't hide. You know what I'm saying? Quiet as a damn egg. All the crickets is stuck on a sticky pad, and even though they want to get the damn leg and wing, they can't get it going because you know it's a leg and a wing. Oh, somebody said it used to be wings. That's the cicada, I think, that does that. The cricket takes the leg and the wing, right, and does that man on the res. There was not a moment inside that home that wasn't a cricket somewhere doing the old, I call it the belly catch and the wing scratch. At one point I thought I was going to go crazy. And then there was like, and this one always want to go outside and spray that Orcon. And I told her, you know what? You know I'm leaving, so spray your ass off. This little dumbass. I'm needing. Oh, shut up. Anyway, not to be hateful. It's realities of mother. But no crickets, man. It's quiet as a cricket. That's the way it sounds like, stuck on a glue trap. Quiet as a cricket. Or mouse on a sticky pad, belly down, chin down. When I was in New York, I used to free all the mice. All the mice on mice traps, I used to free them. Unless they were dead, you know. Because people used to get them. I did it back in the military. I used to throw them in a tank of water, just drown them. Until one day I felt something. I was like, no, I just can't do that anymore. So I used to free them. You know, get the butane and everything. I'll be like, y'all shouldn't be so nasty. Just throwing shit everywhere, barbecuing, chicken bones, and this, that. What do you think's going to happen? Mother suckers? Right, let's go ahead and get to this 100 years of lynching. All right? And that's by Ralph Ginsburg. I'm going to read 2 of them to you. So this one right here, the first one we're going to read. Here, this is 100 years of lynching. Okay? By Ashkenazi motherfucker. You know, he probably was, could have been one that's really caring about the shit that happened, not knowing the part that his people or their people played on it. But it is what it is. Turn it down. So this one right here is Montgomery Advertiser, September 29th, 1919. Mayor of Omaha is dead of lynch mob injuries. Omaha, September 29th. Mayor Edward P. Smith, you can pull his picture up too, who tried vainly last night to prevent a mob from lynching a Negro prisoner. As you can see in Caramillo's video, stuff I was sharing and people was looking at me like I was crazy on Facebook, you know, like 15 years ago, even MySpace, where you clearly have his great-grandparents, regardless of the Argonaut, the French, which we know the Spanish and French all came at the same time, being, even him being half, and his parents and grandparents and great-grandparents being of indigenous, autochthonous heritage, or Choctaw, regardless of whatever else may be, and label such. But then you look in records more recent, they put black. Mulatto don't have nothing to do with being black and white people. Y'all need to. Every time people used to be like that, because I got relatives, I've looked at their, this is mulatto, and them motherfuckers is dark as midnight. And I'm looking, but they don't look, they're far. What people think of as African, people don't need to stop, because we really see some of the older indigenous autochthonous people, you will see that they have some of the features, but not that round puffy fucking face. No. With that forehead that looked like a goddamn, fishbowl. No, not saying ugly. I'm just saying it's not all fucking people. So literally, and that also is not family like Mama Tina's. When I saw black on air, I was like, if you motherfuckers, she's Dutch Nana, bottom fucking line. And it was trying to be a little snappy, smart ass, and trying to like. I remember saying to this little black ass church going monkey ass nigga with the pale skin sitting back there, old as dirt, like she probably got a nigga toe or knuckle. I said, "Bitch, do you know my family?" I said it just like that. "Bitch, do you know my family?" Cause see, that disrespect returns one in favor. You fake church ass Christian bitch. And I says, "You don't tell me who the fuck my family is." Boy, they got quiet as a mouse and hiding in that motherfucker. And and I did it real sharp. I didn't get my face all twisted. I don't do all that. Because see, I'll be ready to like thinking, okay, somebody's going to do something dumb. Come, yeah, son, nigga don't know how. And start flipping motherfuckers around. Start hitting them wrist flips like in wrestling. Y'all know what I'm talking about? For those who wrestle, only you know what I'm talking about. When you flip a motherfucker completely around, spin around on that ass, and put them, go for that pin. Grab that leg, and you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm like, breaking people's motherfucking, from the flip, because that's me, joint manipulation. I don't give a fuck. So she said, excuse me, let me go and look again. I said, you know what? I walked up out of there, because I said, told my girl, I said, what the fuck is wrong with this family? What's wrong, Jimmy? I'm much older, and she's like, what's wrong, Jimmy? I says, I am so done with you niggas thinking you from somewhere you fucking ain't, and you should know better. And I told y'all in her last day, she confided in me, he was right all the time. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's not being safe. But anywho, you see how, for those who watched the video, I shared it too, as always. And it clearly shows you. And there's many documents out there. People always say, like, you're going to go to the, list with the fuck them lists, man. Got all them foreign motherfuckers on there, and most times it's not about haplogroup or anything, because they're not going to tell the truth. And a lot of niggas playing us, because there were some people who are labeled Moors, but they're not who you think they were. Okay? Betraying ass sorry niggas. Now you got all our people running around talking about we Moors, we must shut the fuck up. You goofy. When you haven't read no real documents, just following these niggas and keep pulling shit out made by some of the elders and they fucking thing going back to the goddamn 19 fucking 60s and 70s. Bullshit. And they run with this shit. And the magistrates and all them motherfuckers know it. Boggles my mind how people could be so mentally incapable. Anyway, let's go and finish reading this, goddammit. I just got on the drip. My apologies. Mayor Edward P. Smith, who tried vainly last night to prevent a mob from lynching a Negro prisoner, died shortly after midnight from injuries, listen to this, inflicted by the mob which began to lynch him too. Many stories like that in here. So 100 years of lynching don't say black or white. It just says bled across America. Like, motherfuckers pay attention. Remember I was saying this? I don't have to allude to it because I still have these Pan-Africans talking about it. And I'm like listening to them talk. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't even know what you're talking about. Now, listen to this one. It's another short one. Whenever you hear somebody say a Negro confess under duress or a lie created after they did the killing for the land, the store, whatever was in the bank, to rewrite, overwrite, to take, trust me, even the children. Omaha Herald, March 23rd, 1921. Monticello, Arkansas, March 22nd. Phil Slatter, a Negro, 50 years of age, who tonight confessed he attacked a white woman, and maybe he did, and the bitch deserved it, pale skin, near Wilmar last week, was taken from the jail here tonight and lynched. In making his confession, he said, I did it, but please give me a trial. The bitch probably spat on him, some bitch off the boat, fresh off the boat, all worked out in the fields, Cabbage Patch Baby. That's the narrative, y'all. Trust me. I'm not making this up. You know? Stop believing these motherfuckers fought on the side of the goddamn Confederacy. That was all Negroes. Stop believing the lie, and these motherfucking monkeys running around in Virginia and all places talking about, walking around talking about we doing reenactments. Just two short ones, all I want to share from there. We doing reenactments. I used to beat them in the head. I'd be calling the goddamn Sons of the Confederacy. Who was your pappy? Who did he fight for? What regiment? What brigade? Who? Oh, really? Do you know what that brigade was all about? Because I'm well versed in more truths than the bullshit narratives and those vices. I have a bunch of their funky ass books that I went through with a fine comb, and I like to shred their little fucking monkey asses up with. I tell you, our people was on the side of the Confederacy. The majority. I would say 90%. And these motherfucking monkeys come with this old lie, and these peckerwoods running around playing us, talking about General Lee. Bitch, that's a relative of mine. Fucking goofy asses. And then you see some of the people talking about, I'm General, no, Lee, no, we, and I remember who also remember me talking about the certain that we would have two last names, but nobody knows why. Because many of us were given so many nicknames by the women and even by the men, depending on whether hunting or, you know, like, well, let's say working, because really we had buildings and all that. And we were earned because of how we perform. Plenty of nicknames. And this is a fact. Somebody will find out and they'll do something on it. Watch. I'm not going to do no big speak on it. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's like James. That's also a last name. Are y'all aware of that? James is also a surname. Okay? So let's go ahead and get an Ancient and Modern Britons, Volume 1, David Mack Ritchie. Mac Ritchie. Bernie Mac. Lionel Richie. Where do you think they got that the fuck from? I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger, please. Get a little bit more of this. This is some very strong ginger extract. Garlic. Oh my God. This right here. Oh, shit. I love it. Anyway, check it out. The Mongoloid families, one of the chief of which is the Ugrian. I actually learned how to say this. I'll listen to it. But we're going to say Ugrian. Are thus spoken of by Professor Huxley an enormous area which lies mainly to the east of a line drawn from Lapland to Siam, is peopled, for the most part, by men who are short and squat, with the skin of a yellow-brown color or hue, the eyes and hair black, and the latter straight, coarse, and scantly on the body and face, but long on the scalp. They are strongly brachiocephalic, the skull being usually devoid of prominent brow ridges. Devoid of prominent brow ridges. So that means whip. Okay. Excuse me. While the nose is flat and small, and the eyes are oblique. The Malays proper, and I suspect the indigenous people of the Philippines who are not negritos fall under the same general definition. Who are not negritos. Just like the natives of America who are not autochthonous. The Vogels, a division of that race, are pictured by Dr. Latham, the Vogels, V-O-G-U-L-S. In similar terms, the hair is black or brown, seldom yellow or red, the beard scantly, beard, you heard, the skin glabrous and pale, the cheekbones project, the face broad and flat, and Mr. Haworth makes the following remarks upon the ancient Hungarians, Ungari or Ugarians. They are described, two different people, Ashkenaz and the motherfuckers who fought with them. Of the presence of a large Turanian admixture among the ancient Romans, again, Turanian, of the presence of a large Turanian admixture among the ancient Romans, which Dr. Hyde Clark exerts himself to prove, I entertain not the slightest doubt, says Mr. Carl Blind, in the Contemporary Review of September 1881, in his remarks on the distribution of mankind. The Ungri and Ungari of the Western writers, and the I can't even pronounce this goddamn word. It's a new word. I gotta turn the light on this one. I'll make sure I'm reading it right. Holy shit. This is a new word, y'all. I like to get these words, y'all. Y'all see me? Y'all ain't gonna see me doing it because I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna take this word and write it down and pull it out. Owigu, it's O-I-O-U-I-G-G-O-R-I. Owigory. Looks like some kind of new wood. Listen to this. Byzantines are both derived from the Slavic ugri, the words, that is to say, hold on, part 5 of Mr. Howard's article on the westerly drifting of nomads, Ethnological Society's journal, from which these extracts are taken. So that's pretty much the end. It actually doesn't have a period. So anyway, from the Slavic ugri, the words, that is to say. So does that mean language? I have to look into that. That's a very, very small print down here. Just see that right there? That real tiny, that's small, half of that size. So let's go over here. He says, as living by fishing and hunting, and as fighting with bows and arrows, the notary of Bella tells us they had no cities nor fixed houses. That's why they didn't know about the bitches here. That's why they put them on the fucking plains. Plains in is my ass. They put them there because they didn't want them to see the cities. They didn't even know nothing about the mountains. Check this out. The notary of Bella tells us they had no cities nor fixed houses, nor did they live upon the produce or agriculture. God damn it! All the vegetables in Africa, 640, 600 from America. So, but on flesh and fish, their young men were continually hunting. And thus it happened that even in this day, the Hungarians, as they are now, were the most renowned hunters. This tallies well with what we have said of the affinities of the Hungarians with the Vogels. Leo has furnished Gibbon with material for some sonorous phases in his description of the Hungarians. Their tents were of a leather, their garments of fur, they shaved their heads and scarified their faces. Now in speech they were slow, in action prompt, in treaty perfidious. And so that means like it's like almost like not a splendor, but okay, you know what I mean? Now the Spanish Basque, in the opinion of the writer on whom we have just relied, are among the purest representatives of this ancient Ugarian tribe. Now this is a little confusing, for these Basques are also held to represent the Iberians, and while the Ugarians are described as a round-headed folk, the skulls of the people called Iberians are long or oval. Let us hear what is said about those Iberians. To the question, who are the Iberians? It is impossible to give a satisfactory answer in the form of a concise definition. Historical, numismatical, linguistic, and anthropological evidence have been brought to bear on the problem of their affinity, and the result is, on the whole, not so much light as darkness visible. This is not encouraging to an inquirer, but one learns from the same source. Now, I showed you all pictures of the Basque. The scientific men, on the whole, are pretty unanimous as to certain leading beliefs. Humboldt gave out his hypothesis, fucking hypothesis is what they do, in 1821, mind you, of which the main arguments were these: that the Iberians were one great people speaking a distinct language of their own, that they were to be found in Sicily, Sardinia, and Corsica in southern France, and even in the British Isles, and that the Basques of the present day were the distinctly recognizable remnants of the race which had elsewhere been expelled or absorbed. So they weren't no more Negro. Ergo, when we get into what's the term that, if for those who watch tonight, Kiramil enlightened would be everybody with, which is Argonaut, at an earlier stage. It is, in brackets it says, it is stated that, and the great current or ethnological speculation still flows in the direction indicated by Humboldt, though it breaks up into a number of distinct channels. The anthropological research of Broca excuse me, guys. That stuff is strong. Y'all should, and you do it once a week. You don't have to do it unless you feel like something's wrong. All right. Anyway, Broca, Thurman, and Davis, Huxley, Busk, Virchow, Tobino, and others have proved the existence in Europe of a Neolithic race, small of stature with long or oval skulls, and accustomed to bury their dead in tombs. Their remains have been found in Belgium and France, in Britain, Germany, and Denmark. These are Negroes, as well as in Spain, but they bear a closer resemblance to the Basque than to any other living people. This Neolithic race has consequently been identified with the Basque as the Iberians, and extreme exponents of the theory do not hesitate to speak of the Iberian ancestors of the people of England, recognizing the racial characteristics in the small, swarthy Welshman, the small, dark Highlander. So if anybody wants to sit there talking about paint your face blue, Mr. Wallace, Mr. Wallace, sound like nigga school teacher. All right, anyway. And the black Celts to the west of the Shannon. I've been all over there. Oh, I used to like going to see the bogs and stuff, as well as in the typical inhabitants, because they thought I was, in Scotland, they thought I was Scottish. In Ireland, they thought I was Irish. Anyway, typical inhabitants of Aquitania and Brittany. Some investigators go even further. M.D. Orvis, de Jubenville, for example, regards the Iberians as the descendants of the Atlantes. For example, the hypothetical inhabitants of Plato's Great Western Isle, the Atlantis. They must dispel our existence, so otherwise the Peckerwoods would start acting different. Atlantis is real for any you pale skins watching, and we are the remnants of those people. And maintains that in Europe, they trust me on this. They possess Spain, Gaul. Do you know what the Gauls is? But when you see the Visigoths and you look at the Gauls, they always paint these pale skins, blonde hair, blue-eyed bullshit. Italy and the British Isles penetrated into the Balkan Peninsula and occupied a port of northern Nubia, or Africa, Corsica, and Sardinia, as far as Spain. And thus, we see that the Basques of Euskara, when looked at the Ugrians, are brachycephalic, are round-headed and swallow rather than tawny in complexion. As Iberians, they are dolicho or cumbocephalic and of swarthy hue. According to the one conjecture, let's hear, they are nearer the Eskimo than the Tasmanian. I told you the original Eskimos, not these Inuit fake motherfuckers, and I got pictures. They are Negroes. They done a thing on you people coming to our land. Now, than the Tasmanian. According to the other, they are more Australoid than Mongoloid. The points which they share in common, viewed from either position, are their short stature and black hair and eyes. Like I said, Edinburgh, Scotland, 90, 87, 85-year-old Masons. The oldest being the female, not the Eastern Star, some goofy shit. And what they shared with me. I have a story to tell. Jews and Muslims in British colonial America, a genealogical history, Elizabeth Caldwell Hitchman, and Darlene Yates. I need to go get my monocle and be like, excuse me, here you go, chip, chip, pip, pip, and all that shit. Hey, Stu, what was that? They can take our lives, but they can never take our freedom. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. And you know what? I'm going to throw something at y'all. Let's say there's a group that came from elsewhere, brought here in machines, set up after certain things had exploded, mud slid everywhere, millions and millions, if not billions of lives all over, ruined all over Earth, because the mudslide happened everywhere. Australia to Britain, to everywhere, Sweden, Finland, everywhere. So you can only imagine. And these bitches come up with their helpers and start coming into those buildings all over Earth to bring up these new generations and put them in the fields between 13 and 16 after they've been working on buildings, destroying, and fighting us with help. And we see the remnants of that now, but we fuck and make babies like crazy. Ergo's Walter Plecker, Margaret Sanger, fake-ass Rockefeller, to which they stole their name from a tavern in Deutschland on a shield, and they are not Rockefellers. Hell, they're not even Ashkenazi. Hypothetically, I'm saying, look it up yourselves. So, let's go ahead and get into this. Thank you, Criminals. Number love always. So I asked him, he ain't tell me shit. I don't know what the hell's going on with our beloved brother, but I'll ask him again later. Some Oak said he hurt his hip. You know, maybe he was prepping to go ahead and get the speech and, you know, do the live and everything. So maybe he'll, when he gets a chance, if he's not too hurt, if he is hurt, I just wish him well wishes, you know what I'm saying? And I already spoken to the ethers. I didn't burn my smoke yet, but after this right here, I'm going to burn a little smoke. I've got, let me show you what I'm going to eat. Yes, I'm eating a little late than when I used to do. I'm going to show you that before we read this. Not that much, but it's good reading. I got a whole bunch of these, and I figured I might as well start eating them. They'll last a long time, I'll tell you that much. I did some more jumping jacks. The bottom of my feet, boy, I tell you right now, if I had to run PT, I'd be cursing everybody out. I'm about to go soak them in some Epsom salt, though. Any of y'all ever had this? I love these things. God damn it, Rick. Like, whenever I go to Salt Lake or wherever, you know, it doesn't matter, wherever I go. If, like, especially when I go to visit, like, Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee's grave, I used to go and look at the gum wall, all that shit. I go to any one of them, Vietnam or the, what's called Cambodian, and I sit down to get one of them big ass things with the fresh beef and all that, and that's their own shit. And I mean, you want to talk about some good folk, man? But this right here, This is vegetable. So I add like broccoli and stuff like that, and my corn that I cut off from my cobs. I add it to this. And delicious, bro. Y'all, this right here, delicious. I got one green pepper. I'm gonna cut that up, and a mushroom. 2 mushrooms left. Yeah. Good shit. Hey, get a screenshot in case y'all might want to order. You can order it online. Absolutely delicioso. Yo, oh, what's going on, beloved? So let's go ahead and get this reading, and we call it a night. Remember I was saying autosomal DNA findings. Autosomal DNA tests examine markers scattered across a person's entire genome, not just those located on the sex chromosomes of our female inherited mitochondrial DNA. Isn't it funny how this always talked about, because the majority of the men around the world have been killed, so they can't acquiesce it because, as you're saying, it belongs to an enemy. Not all our enemies, thank goodness, but an enemy. With them, we can estimate a test subject's overall ancestry and detect contributions that lie outside the direct male or female lines. A small study utilizing self-identifying Melungeons, testing with a commercial firm, DNA Consultants, confirms the previous findings of organic chemist James Guthrie, who used blood groups to tackle this ethnic group. Now, the top population matches are presumed regions of ancestry for the participants indicate elevated levels of Jewish, primarily Sephardic, but also Ashkenazi, and Sephardic means grafted in, and Middle Eastern with maybe the possibility of Semitic heritage somewhere, and Middle Eastern ancestry mixed with Native American and Sub-Saharan African. The European matches have Spain and Portugal in the top 10, behind, of course, northwestern European populations like Scotland, revealing a submerged element of Iberian genetics in the predominantly Scot-Irish Appalachians. This picture is confirmed. So what does that mean, y'all? Anyway, this picture is confirmed by average frequencies for meta populations. Fucking meta. 2 specifically Jewish populations, Spanish, Sephardic, and Hungarian Ashkenaz, appear time and again in Melungeon's profiles. Nubians? Even though Nubia could have been a worldwide thing, its approximation right now is to where the first original segregation happened from Europe. That place they want to call Africa, Ethiopia, Hindustan. Yeah, all them niggas. Anyway, Melungeon sample European only matches DNA. That's what, listen to this, from 1 to 10 by rank in the population. Scotland, Dundee, Denmark, Ireland, Belgium, France, Toulouse, Spain, Switzerland, Portugal, Italy, England, Wales. I told you, not the original fucking people of those lands. All the history taught bullshit. Top meta population frequencies for Melungeons, DNA Consultants. Caucasian, rank 1 to 10. Population, Caucasian, Portuguese, Polish, Michigan Native American, Lumbee Native American, Serbian, Brahmian, Spanish, Romani, Belarusian. As I said, Michigan, I've had this argument once before, and Lumbees. Social historical perspectives will be the next one. Woo. And of course I read that one because I was worried about having I had to look at it, having a whole lot of goddamn surnames and shit, and I was like, looking at all these charts, and I got to go back and read some of the stuff to you, so y'all can get a better whip. Now you got to remember, now some of these last names, because of who they with, doesn't necessarily mean they're all Sephardic or Sephardim, because you got to remember that our women go out here and they sexing up all these knuckleheads and, and creating a greater divide. And ergos, borrowed names and the change of identity, though they look the same as some of their previous ancestors on the mother's paternal or genealogical side. What was that, hun? People description, Melungeon is a term that first appeared in print in the 19th century used in Virginia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. They tried to call Abraham Lincoln Melungeon. Bullshit, he was a straight up nigger. And he was not no goddamn foreigner either. Them motherfuckers have, look, and why would anybody believe them now, seeing how they have lied about the whole fucking history? No wonder they want to take down the statue of George Washington in New York. A whole lot of destruction is about to go on. They need to get up their asses up out of there. But anyway, that's a whole nother narrative. Outsiders to have a mixture of European and Native American. Isn't it funny how the Native Americans always talking about we are African, but they're the ones with the African bloodline? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. And then we have to have some old goofy ass nigga who you ain't hardly hearing nothing from come in and do all this bullshit with monkeys like Oprah and all these other motherfuckers. And the only one that didn't partake in this shit was who? The one who played God? Morgan Freeman. They even tried to get him. Well, you know what he did to get out of that? He started doing visits and all around the fucking different countries with certain people. I still think that nigga's Jimi Hendrix, but that's a whole nother dynamic. The paleface is the true African. I know. Isn't that something? Kung Fu Panda noodles. I hope y'all got some pictures. It's really good. Test tube babies. I used to say that in my high school. You goddamn test tube babies. After Star Wars in the 80s, I said we're gonna be working with a whole bunch of test tube babies because we was like, and sure enough in the military, I met some with them pinhole motherfucking. Cause you go swimming, I'm like, hey man, y'all see that nigga belly button? How about that bitch over there with that little? What's that little tiny hole? Oh, I think them damn test tube babies. And then you get the officer come walking by. Y'all be quiet about all that noise. Shush up. The fuck, nigga? Them test tube babies, nigga. Moderate Iberian derived 50% of the estrogen from the health of the farmers. Yeah, that's right. Migrant type. Actually, if we remove 1,000 years, let's say we remove 1,000 years, that would make this what? This will make this at the first century, 1,000-year mark, 123. So we go back to the 6th century, and everything laid out makes perfect good sense. Now you see why they had to change something, and then we have this period of a couple of millennia where everything's gone. I mean, a couple of centuries is. So, ergo's the new ideology, leap years, jump, all this all this bullshit, and somebody will work it out and find out. I'm not going to do the mathematician part on that. I don't care. I just know that we're in the wrong time frame, and it's pure bullshit. And these monkeys are rushing and doing something that shouldn't have been done, but they've accomplished a lot of stuff. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time. We're at 1 hour. I'm getting ready to go and warm up some water, finish that shit right there. Warm some water and make me some pho because it's kind of late. And I want to go outside and get some late, fresh, half-ass fresh air and enjoy this full noodle bowl. Good shit. Yeah. Look it up. How much is the box of this? That thing's charging. Let me turn it off, matter of fact. Power off. Swing. There we go. God damn. I gotta do 5 things now to turn it off. Put my code in twice. Anyway, so to charge up a little faster. Anyway, I was gonna look at the price of these for a case. So I might order another case or two because I really like these. Hopefully they haven't manipulated them. And like I said, right now there's certain if you're flagged or targeted by these enemies of the earth, you can order something and they'll tamper with it because they're in that power vice of manipulating and fucking with shit. Just to let you know. Jimmy Morgan, I can't unthink it. Right, yo, $20. See, $20 for 6. So Y'all can send me these if you don't want to fucking donate some money for some goddamn books. I'm talking about the last parts of a lot of books I'm gonna be getting into. But they're really good. They are really, really good. They are. So I think I like 5 more. 5 or 6 more. Because I used to eat them all the time and I stopped for a long time. I've had this best before 21 Jan 23 CE. It's still fine. It is still fine. Trust me. Y'all need to know how this packet. When I worked at Whole Foods, you need to know how this shit works, y'all. Okay? I had a can of beans from 1968, motherfuckers, for real. Them bitches were better than the beans right now. Like, even better than their B&B and A&B. I put a little maple syrup and hit them with a little cayenne and cinnamon. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, these things are the bomb. This is like, other than building models, working on rifles, shooting, studying languages, drawing, and certain kind of musics. Of course, boxing, martial arts. I'm fluent. I don't watch sports, but I don't give a fuck. Those are my things. Food. I'm a chef. What the fuck else? Good shit. $4.48 for one. Yeah, they cost. When I purchased these, I actually bought them in Flagstaff when I first, because a friend of mine was like, "Yo, you should try this," and I like about 5 or 6 years ago, and 5 years ago it was 4 or 5 years, something like that. Anyway, I was accounting. I don't like counting years, time, or any of that shit. Y'all see that right there? It motherfucker be slow sometime, and I'd be like, somebody be like, "You're ready, clock's off." Oh, nigga, put the batteries in it. I may look at it sometimes just because of you guys, but other than that, I don't. It's just there for other people. I think it was like, when I bought this, it was $375. $275 or $375. And I had bought a shitload. Like 2 cases that went on the shelf on the top, and then the rest of it, I think it was like 8 of them right in the cart. 2 big ass seeded watermelons and some pineapple and some yams, not sweet potatoes, some yams. And that was a Flagstaff, and I had to stop by the weed man. You know what I'm saying? But if you get 1 box, everybody, and give it a try. You might, if you're not big on stocking where you're at, if they blow it up where you're at or whatever, then it's gone. But it's good to have something to have a little extra, plant-based, sustainably clean, excellent source of vitamin D and iodine. Okay? All right? I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love. Trust me, nothing but love. And to any Palestinian I come across, it's no hate towards you. It's just that we're not playing the shit no more. None. I know people go, but you're white and Indian. Whatever the fuck. It's class, it's status. You got a whole bunch of Africans and Arabs and a whole bunch of dark-ass Hindus darker than fucking midnight me. All right? Who are running around with the status of fucking white. Spanish, a whole lot of fucking folk. I know some Mexicans, and you put white, you call them white, and they'll fuck you up. But I'm just letting you know some facts. All right? When I say Spanish, I'm going to say Spanish, because all Latinos. All right? We're going to stop with all this Mexican and this Puerto Rican and all that shit. Latinos are those who are dynamically some of our relatives. All right? Keep it solid like that. Because the other shit's kind of in the creepy area of racism dichotomy, which I'm not into. All right, immigrants get classified as yes, they do. I already said that. I work with motherfuckers from Africa and fucking Ethiopia who are white. Goddamn it, on their visas. Work, I see it, and everybody's going. And then all them goddamn goofy Moors. We white too. They're counted in the damn census as white. This is real shit. But the problem is many of our ancestors were white. God damn it. Mama Tina was white at one time before she became Negro. That's why I was going off. And then black after that. What the fuck is this? Did we change the motherfucker? Like punk ass Obama paying millions of dollars to change all these dead melanated people to African American. The fucking faggot nigga, he better be quiet and stay away. Fuck them fake secret punk ass motherfuckers who so brainwashed and colluding with that shit. Because they miseducation and lies of history. get this shit. I'm just saying, it's disrespectful. It's unnecessary and unethical, and never was needed, except by the fake ass Jews who people still want to call them Jews. But you don't see a whole lot of discussion going on TV now, do you? I wonder why. I said let them be the Jews. We ain't no fucking Jews. We're the original motherfuckers. But they can have that fake ass identity. It might really belong to us, but they can keep that motherfucker now. They done dirtied it so bad I wouldn't want to wash it on a scrubbing board with a scrubbing brush with scrubbing detergent or soap made from fucking ivory and a monkey's motherfucking the piss out of a monkey's dick or an elephant's dick. I wouldn't want to clean it with shit. Turpentine or bleach. You know what I'm saying? They have perverted something that once was a wonderful, beautiful thing. But they also made up a bunch of bullshit. So anyway, respect and appreciate it. See y'all in the AM.